Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm channeling, I'm hearing Adonai. It's one of God's names. Thank you, Holy Spirit. What's up, collective? I hope everyone is well. I hope you had a blessed week filled with peace, love, and joy. Let's dig into what the collective message is. We'll start with the collective, and then as always, we'll do those pre-Q&As. So if you have a question, you can drop it in the chat. Towards the end, if we have time, is when we will do those free Q&A and also the 7/7 mini reads if you're interested in that. Those do trump the free Q&A, and those will also be done at the end once I'm done channeling all messages. If spirit guides me to not continue and you have paid your 7/7 mini read, then I will do it on tomorrow's live. If you would like a private reading, you're more than welcome to do that on my website, spiritualembrace.com. Go around and poke around and see what you would like to book if that's what interests you. But anywho, let's get straight into it. Hey, Leah. All right, my beautiful souls. Let's see what's going on. Let's see which deck do I want to play with tonight. Okay. To all my beautiful subscribers, thank you for always rocking with me. You are appreciated. And to those of you who are new, I hope that you find this space welcoming, full of peace, love, and light, and that you get the clarity that you're looking for. Remember that all messages may not resonate directly with you, but sometimes God gives us messages to relate to those who we love, or it could just be messages to keep you away from being involved in things that you shouldn't be involved in. Take it how it resonates, everything with a grain of salt, right? That's the best thing about having a connection with God and spirituality, is that everyone's experience is going to be different. What may apply today may not apply tomorrow. What may not apply today may apply tomorrow. Your tomorrow could be 2 hours from now, 7 hours, 7 months, 7 years, 7 minutes, so on and so forth. All right. Thank you, Holy Spirit. You could be someone that's in school right now, and just could be having a lot of back and forth. Or you could have walked out of a relationship where someone just really feels like there was just a lot of combativeness, a lot of back and forth. And right now they're kind of like, you know, that things have turned out better for you, or that there's an element of things not going the way that they wanted it to go for them because they've ended this connection with you. Again, I got something about someone being very studious. You could just be someone very intelligent, or you could just be someone, hey Yvette, what's up, ma? Or you could just be someone that is very just very smart is what I'm getting. This person could be feeling as if there was just a lot of back and forth with you and them, and ultimately it's making them feel a little bit nostalgic right now, because it's this essence of should have, could have, would have. Had I done things differently, I would have been in a different situation now. I'm getting this energy of someone that almost has come to the realization that they have you on a pedestal in a sense, or I've always kept you on a pedestal, where they look at you as being their golden ticket. You could have been someone that didn't take the traditional path to where you are now, and a lot of people could have maybe thought that you weren't going to succeed, because there were a lot of just ups and downs in your life, but you've done very well managing this. That may have been something that had brought you close to this person. You possibly could have trauma bond with this person. But the difference between you and them is what I'm getting is that with them, they thought that they could take the same steps that you did, but it's almost like they got punished for doing the same things that you did to get to where you did. Although what you did wasn't bad. It's just like you were allowed to cut corners, but this person was not. And with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse here, it's like they did a little just too much. And so now they're looking at the situation from a different perspective of like, man, you know, how is it that I got to this situation that I am in today? You know, and they're trying to act like everything's okay, but ultimately everyone knows that this person's full of it. They know that this person is manipulative, and they're starting to see this person exactly for who they are. With the Three of Cups showing up here too, it's this person has a lot of people around them who are all in the mix. This could be someone who does not know how to be by themselves, or this could be someone who just has a lot of people constantly telling them what to do. They're not the kind of person, I'm getting, that while they may portray themselves to be a forward thinker, they're really not. This could be an energy where they want to do better, but they don't know how for themselves. So they think that by just going off of what people say, that everyone that gives them advice is doing it for the good. But I'm getting that the people that are around this person really don't have their stuff together either. The Two of Swords, there's been a lot of back and forth, and this person has asked people's opinion. I feel like this person has, you know, reconsidered a lot of the things, and this person will be trying to make a change in their life. I feel like this is very specific for someone. I don't feel like as if it's unique to anyone. Well, with the Knight of Wands coming out here too, this is someone that does have the desire to change and to become a better person. This could be someone that you dealt with, or this could be you. Take it how it resonates. You could be the person that needs to change and has been going through these ebbs and flows and ups and downs in your life. Or it could be someone that you dealt with. It could be someone that you went to school with. I want to know Eight of Swords. So I was going to ask about school, and the Eight of Swords came out. And so this could be something maybe where you could have just been really trying to ground yourself spiritually during this time when you were dealing with this person, and this person came in trying to kind of throw you off balance. There's something about you being very studious and committed to something and being very successful in your endeavor. So whatever that is, I feel like you need to continue to press forward into it, because the Chariot is coming out here with the Judgment. Let's find out more about this Judgment. I feel like you could have did a lot to help this person. You could have did a lot to help this person. And they just didn't appreciate it. But I feel like this person is kind of like on the dark side. Like this person doesn't know how to transmute energy. Or it could have been that you took on a lot of this person's karma by dealing with them. You could work a lot with Anaisa, or you have Anaisa looking after you. Could be Irish. Yeah, this person is definitely trying to manifest you back, but ultimately I see you being with someone else and starting something new. You could have already met your person and are trying to build towards that, but ultimately this other person is going to have to see you be with this person. All right, I don't like pulling too much on past energy. It came out, so it came out. So let's delve into something else. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Send me some hearts and emojis, something. You could be dealing with a Knight of Wands in the reverse. Just someone that's very insecure from your past. Something significant about the color orange. Maybe you like oranges. There's something significant about this number 7. You could have also been seeing the number 11, but there's something significant about the number 7. Be careful with people trying to pretend to be something that they're not around you. That's been coming up a lot for you guys lately. I know I haven't been on in a minute. That little bug that I got really was nasty. And, my voice was gone, man. But there's something about people around you who are just like really... Like I had channeled like walking in the I am presence, I think it was, in one of the last lives that we did. And then today I picked up on Elohim. I was hearing Elohim and Adonai. Ooh. Queen of Wands with the 7 of Pentacles. So you could be someone that's just really, you know, freaking 7 again. You're being urged to move forward. Number 7, lucky 7s. You could just be walking into a divine abundance right now in your life. The Chariot is coming out here too. Number 7, July. The Chariot card represents the sign of Cancer. It is the 7th month of the year, Cancer, right? That is like the peak of Cancer season, right? That first week in July. Number 7, 777. Thank you, Jesus. Listen, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, boo. Whoever needed to hear that. Your wishes are about to come true. They really are. You have a brand new beginning coming. In the future, though, you're going to feel like everything's falling apart for you, but ultimately, it's going to feel like what you've been working towards is going to finally feel like it's success involved. It hasn't been really feeling like that in the recent months. You might have just been feeling like you're just, I get this energy of someone just constantly like pulling things back, shedding things off, just shedding layers. I'm seeing the snake shedding layers. You could just be really feeling stuck right now. And feeling very sad. I'm channeling someone that's very sad right now. I'm seeing a woman in a space by herself. She's wearing red. And this woman is wearing red, like a red jacket of some sort. I heard chaleco in Spanish. It's like a vest. So there could be something significant about a vest. The Devil, maybe that's this person that's deceitful. Or it could be around your money. Didn't I just say someone in red? You could be dealing with someone that's trying to act like they got it all together, but they really don't. This person does not have a lot of control over themselves. I feel like this is a false emperor. I don't feel like this emperor that's coming out is really moving in this emperor energy. Or like this person is trying to keep you from getting to this emperor energy. Because it doesn't matter if you're a male or female. This is just energy. So masculine, feminine energy. You need an equal balance of both. 10 of Wands, Ace of Cups. With the 2 of Wands. Ooh, you could be a tree hugger. Or you might need to go hug a tree to ground yourself. Listen, go do it. There's someone here that could work with La Santa Muerte, which is like the angel of death. Or you could be a Scorpio and just be very in tune with your dark side. I want to be clear in saying that the angel of death is not Satan. I need people to understand the difference of what that is. Maybe we'll go into that on another day, but it's not the same entity. Completely different entities. Completely different entities. Completely different roles. Yeah, you got people watching you, trying to keep tabs on you, trying to figure out what your next step is, but they can't keep up. It's like you're 2 steps ahead. But I don't feel like these are people that you know. I feel like these are just onlookers. These are people that are trying to understand you, but I feel like you also have like divine help, because the 7 of Cups is here, but I'm not seeing the 7 of Cups like it's, you know, just an illusion. I'm feeling like the 7 of Cups is you like truly elevating to this next level of your life, where things go from just being very level planed to just moving up in stature. You could be someone that's tall, or you could be dealing with someone that's tall, or you could be dealing with a tall angel. Metatron is is a very big angel. A lot of these angels, they're very big. They're not small angels. If you've ever seen an angel before, they come in different forms, right? I've seen angels that, geez, man, thank you, God. These angelic beings, their essence just, their essence is so beautiful, where you just stay like, for me at least, the first time, it was just one of those experiences where like my mouth dropped. I was sitting outside and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And I had encountered angels before, but never one of this massiveness. Huge, 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 huge angel. Huge angel. And I remember seeing them and looking up, and I was really upset. This is about 10 years ago. I was dealing with the death in my family, and I was really upset, and I was just sitting outside by myself, and it was just like this weird, eerie, like quietness that just came like about the space, right? And before that, like I was inside and I was praying to God, and I felt so overwhelmed that I was like, let me go outside and get some fresh air. So I go outside for some fresh air, and while I'm sitting on the stoop, I'm like, it's just this peace and quiet. And I remember me looking up to the sky, and just, it was pitch black, and it's just all these stars around. And I was just in this space of peace. God was giving me this peace. And I put my head down, and as soon as I put my head down and I look up, thank you, God. As soon as I look up, I see this massive, massive, massive 10-foot angel, no lie, hovering over me, holding me, giving me the peace that I needed. For whoever needed to hear that story, that's not a story that I think I've ever shared on here with you all. I've shared it with people in person before, but you could be a fire sign, you could be an earth sign, or you could just be really someone that's spiritually gifted and is really being called to just really listen to your angels. There's so many different angels, and they have so many different purposes, and they play so many different roles. And I think that with spirituality, we sometimes forget that there is that light and that darkness, but everything is there to make you feel like you're being spiritually attacked. Remember, the shadow self is what they call it, right? That's the dark version of yourself. Those are the layers, the old layers of yourself, your previous soul's journey, or your current soul's journey, that is trying to realign itself and reach a higher level of consciousness. That's what we're here for. At least that's what I believe. And the whole purpose for me and my mission is to help everyone to connect themselves to whatever it is that they feel is God in their life. I'm not looking to convert anyone to any type of religion, to anything in any specific spirituality, but I have been blessed beyond measure since I was a little kid in seeing many, 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 many benevolent spirits, visions, clairaudient. I can go down the list. I've been psychic since I was a little kid. And I can tell you that not everything that presents itself to you looks beautiful, the way that it's depicted in some of these books. And sometimes it's just one of those things where you can't even say nothing. I've seen what we call aliens, different forms of them in real life, in, you know, in astral traveling, so on and so forth. And I'm not saying it to go down a laundry list of what I've experienced. I don't know why I'm being led to say this. Maybe there's someone watching this right now or that watches it in the playback and has really just been struggling and really finding their footing as to what it means to see these things. Because, you know, we've been programmed in this lifetime, you know, in this matrix to really look at things from a certain point of view when, you know, these cards are just cards. I don't need these. When God wants to give me a message, he's going to give it to me. And the same way, when God wants you to get a message, he's not going to lead you to a tarot reader. He's not going to give you the cards. He's going to give it to you plain as day. And I need everyone to just really begin to hone in on that inner knowing and that inner energy of knowing that they too have a connection to source. 11 people. Thank you, God. 11 people. Thank you, God. I have a firm belief in my heart and my mind and my body and my soul that there is one God above all the gods and all the religions, above of all the religions, above all the deities. It doesn't matter what culture you are, doesn't matter what color skin you are, doesn't matter if you're big, if you're skinny, whatever. Man, female, it doesn't matter to me. In my opinion, God is an almighty God. Sexuality doesn't even matter in the spirit, right? Because there's so many different layers to it. And when you start to peel back the onion, you start to really find your footing and start to see, okay, this is my life's mission. There are people whom are just vessels for entities. When you do a past life regression work, unfortunately, there are people that their sole mission in this lifetime is just to be a vessel. And when they find these things out, it breaks them. It really breaks them to know that a higher benevolent being has chosen them to be a vessel, and it scares people. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, they say be careful what you tap into. Absolutely. Don't look for things that you're not ready to look into or that you're not really fully ready to accept. Receiving a message, thank you, God, that something isn't right for you or that you don't have to deal with something, right? Depends on how you're willing to receive it. If blue light is shining towards you and you're not willing to accept that healing energy from that light, or if you're too scared and you're rebuking or you're, you know, lighting a candle against every single thing that you see without questioning it, question it. Question it. If you feel off in your spirit about something, then you need to check it too, because you have that power within you. You have that power within you. Not everybody is going to have the same calling, and that's okay. And for the record, for any of you that have done past life regressions, or you have been told by a psychic or whomever that your body is just being used as a vessel and that is your purpose in life, that's not a curse. That is a blessing. You should feel extremely blessed to know that you were chosen. Your soul was basically chosen to be a robot in this lifetime. And I know that sounds so cold to say it like that, but that's exactly what it is, right? So many different layers to it. Angels, 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 angels. I am going to do a series one day just to talk about the different angels. Just to talk about the different angels. You know, it's so far beyond, you know, I'm going to say the complexities of religion, right? In spiritual practices, water alone has spirit within it, has an energy. It has an energy. And so if you're truly looking to heal, if you're truly looking to understand what your purpose is in life, or why it is that you get upset or so triggered, or why it is that, you know, something matters so much to you, or why it doesn't matter to you, then it's really important for you to pay attention to the little things that are happening, what people call signs and synchronicities. Those are always going to be different for everyone. But your angels, okay, the spirits that are around you, the home that you're in, the place that you work, before you entered that space, before you came into this life, there was an energy there. Whether directly blood connected to you or not, we're all weaved to connect at some point. And so a lot of the relationships that we deal with, some people more than others, we feel like, oh my gosh, my world is falling apart, or why is it that you can't make it over this hurdle? It's all about your soul mission. The whole purpose of all of this is for you to live in your mission, your soul's mission. It's not things that everyone wants to hear. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you don't, then, you know, hey, it is what it is. But I'm not here by chance, and you're not here by chance. And the Two of Cups with the stars coming out here, the Aquarius energy, it's, you need to open up your mind far beyond this. Far beyond this. The Two of Cups represents agreeing, being in agreement. You need to be in agreement with God, with you wanting more. With you wanting more. And I feel like you are in agreement, but I'm picking up on someone that's scared. It's okay to be scared, especially if you've never felt an energy before. Some of us are more connected than others to source because that's the path that we have. But that does not mean that you're not having that connection either. We're all part of the collective. The Christ conscious is the collective. The higher light, the I am presence, the God of all gods. Muhammad and Jesus were in the are in the collective. Islam and Christianity all report to one God. Different deities, interconnected, to give humanity clarity and to guide them down a path. And what is that path? Universal healing. Because when you die, your soul lives on. And that's energy. And that is how spirituality, religion connects to science. It's energy. Quantum physics. There's this incredible essence of, or understanding and knowing. You don't have to fully understand, but understanding to know, or knowing to understand, that the mission is bigger than everyone individually. We're all part of a larger mission. Sanskrit could be really significant to someone. I'm picking up fire energy, so you could be someone that Leo energy that's just very driven. Very driven. I'm picking up Sagittarius energy here too. Pisces, Capricorn. You could be someone that also has some Cancer placement and is very intuitive. But angels are of significance. Angels are of significance. There could be something significant too about like curtain tassels, or tying back your curtains, or removing the veil from your eyes. But I'm picking up on someone that's a very old soul. Someone that is a very old soul. Someone that has ancient connections. Remember, some souls are older than others. Karma is a real thing, but it depends how you want to look at karma. Like, going through karma isn't the easiest thing to go through, but it just means that your soul is evolving. Your soul is evolving to the next higher version of yourself. If you pass the mission, if you pass the test. But you have to trust in yourself and understand that you are connected to God and that you too have a choice and the ability to transform any aspect of yourself and of your reality. Break free from the matrix. Break free from the matrix. The matrix is the getting up, the day-to-day, falling into order, buying the hottest sneakers, the flyest, fit, just because, everyone else is doing it, but you don't have, anything in your savings. Breaking from the matrix is evolving from that need or that desire to constantly be 10 toes down for the world that you don't know. I see some comments. Let me see. Hey, Micaiah, what's up? Hi, is it Aline or Aline? Welcome, boo. Micaiah says, how do they look? Like straight smoke, but whiter? Angels? It depends how they present themselves to you. It sounds like you're talking about a spirit. They can appear in orbs or like smoke, or you could actually fully physically see the angel. What I saw was physically seeing the angel. And I've had angels and spiritual warriors present themselves to me, like the tribal version of Archangel Michael has presented himself to me. I've had other Orishas present themselves to me. It's one of those things where for me, I was so taken aback because I had never seen an angel. And I've seen a lot of stuff, good and bad. But I had never seen something so massive in my adult life, right? Something so massive. And when I tell you massive, it was massive. And it was literally for 3 days straight, I was getting visions. And I've always had visions, and I've always been able to see things into the spirit realm consecutively at random parts of, the day or life, But this was just an incredible, man, I don't even know how to explain it, because it was something that I was just left so speechless. And then I wasn't even like, after that, I was just had like this just immense peace and joy over me, and I've had that before, but it was just like, I've been hugged by God before, right? And have seen God before, the energy of God before. But this being was so big, like to this day, like it leaves me in awe. It leaves me in awe. And part of the reason why I do the work that I do now is because when I was younger, I didn't understand. I'm a prayer warrior. I've been fighting demons, and talking with the angels since I was a kid. And there were a lot of things that, didn't make sense. But as I got older, it started to make sense. And the more I ran from my gifts, the more it was slapped in my face. So, we talk about paths. This is my life path. Correct. So I've made contact with galactic beings. Yeah. Grays and blues. Aline, you asked if there was any with us tonight. At the start of the reading, I was picking up Elohim and Adonai, which are Hebrew names for God. I don't like doing the mini reads. And on like the lives. I just like doing the collective messages and the free tarot. I'm going to get into the message again, and then I'll do the free tarot. But when I was, because I feel like this is important for you to know, when I was doing the title for this video, I was being led to do a mini read. I said, okay. And I started to put the, 555, which is what I've been doing lately. And then I was told, no, I put 1111. And then I was told, no, 777, because there's people overseas. I said, okay, 777. And before that, I was praying. Before I had even, set my YouTube up or whatever, I had been in prayer. And, I always ask God to just give us the clarity that we need to protect the space and to lead the people to this channel that need to be led to this channel, to receive the messages that they need to receive. Not for the clout, but for those who are really needing whatever it is that they need. I don't know. I'm just a vessel, right? And so I put the title up, and then I heard Adonai. I heard Elohim, and then I heard Adonai. And then interestingly enough, I was picking up like on sexual energy, but not in a perverse sense. It was more so like channeling Kuf Vav Kaf, I believe is how you say it, in Kundalini, Hebrew. And it's to embrace that sexual energy and not waste it, because there could be something with the connection of someone not wasting that sexual energy. And when you don't waste your sexual energy, you're able to control a lot of these depressive thoughts and negative thoughts that you're being attacked with. God will heal you from that as well, right? He'll help you eliminate that, which is Mem Lamen Ayin in Hebrew, is one of God's names. He is the God to eliminate negative thoughts. He is the God of sexual energy. God is the God that stops fatal attractions. Fatal attractions are not normal. It is not normal to obsess over another being. It is not normal to be narrow-minded. Yud Resh Hey, the God of long-range vision, the God that gives you the ability of sight, to see the things that you should see, the things known and unknown, to protect you from the things and the beings that you shouldn't be surrounded with, to guide you on the path of which you're looking to be on. And I'm not talking about being holier than thou. I'm talking about living in the essence of your purity, your own purity, because that is owed to you, regardless of who you are or what you've been through, the essence of the purity of your soul. Whether you're on the journey to reclaim that purity within your soul, or to further build upon the purity of your soul, you're owed that. You are a child of God. No matter what you stem from, no matter what ashes you've risen from, you are a child of God, right? So that's who presented themselves to me this evening. We create our own karma. We create our own karma, or is karma a response, consequence of our own actions? I think that karma, it's a thin line for me. In my belief, from what I've studied, I believe it could be, depending on, it depends several things, right? I think that someone faces karma when they're not willing to accept their wrongs and make active change in their life to correct it. I do believe that our soul comes back, but I don't think that God has made us to be such basic human beings to just be on this world to just live karma after karma. I think that we are here for a greater mission. I think that it's our soul that lives through lifetimes. And when it comes to karma, it really depends. Like, you could do something, in this lifetime, or do nothing in this lifetime, and just get hit multiple times over and over and over with karma. But I also look at those as spiritual nudges, right? Because sometimes it's, if you're completely secluded, you're not going to be triggered. You're not, how do you possibly evolve? How does a fighter get stronger if they never practice with an opponent, right? Or how does a fighter get stronger if they're always battling the same opponent? So I do believe that the universe will throw different challenges at us to make us stronger. And I don't believe that it's always because it's karma or that we encounter people to go through trials and tribulations. I think that sometimes things happen because our spirit is evolving and everyone is choosing a path, light or darkness, matrix or not, right? It's very systematic. Like money is just paper. As a society, we created money. We created a piece of paper and we put a value to it. No matter what ethnicity you are, our ancestors, you know, at one point in the flesh, you know, and at one point in this lifetime, in different galaxies, we're not even humans, by the way, in other galaxies, okay? We're very alien-esque. Some of us are starseeds. You know, another can of worms that we could talk about another night. But anyway, you could have lived multiple lifetimes on this earth, and that is the contract that you signed. Because God allows you to pick. Are you going to elevate your soul or are you going to continue where you're at? And sometimes the destiny is just to be a vessel in this life for another entity or a higher being. You know, because we have higher beings that are keeping, you know, eyes on us. They spy on us. Some of you have ancestors around you and angels that follow you on a day-to-day, and you have no idea that they're around you because you're so caught up in just who your ex is seeing or why your ex doesn't want you. And I know that's harsh to say it that way, so I don't, you know, mean to trigger anyone. But come on, you're more than that, my love. Whoever needed to hear that one. Firebird, I tell you, the wingspan on this thing. Wow. And I've seen spaceships. I've seen aliens. I've had encounters with angels. But this specific day, man, I was just like, I felt like a little kid. Like, I don't even know how to explain it to you. And it was such a peaceful, like, my body couldn't, like, I was fully aware and processing what was going on, but it was such a divine interaction. While I was in the flesh and the spirit was there with me, this angel, right? The best way that I could explain it to you is like a depiction of like one of these religious movies, right? Where the angel comes and tells, you know, Mary, for example, that she's going to be pregnant with Jesus. Kind of like that. And I was so like, and even afterward, like, I was like, whoa. I knew what happened. And I was so thankful to God. And I remember me telling God, I said, you know, I know that this happened. And I kept thanking the angel. It was Metatron. And I kept thanking him. And I said, thank you so much. Right? That was my first encounter with Metatron. And I was just like, whoa. I'm getting chills right now. But it was such a beautiful moment. And I pray that each one of you have a beautiful moment like that in this lifetime, because those experiences have completely changed and shaped my perspective on spirituality. It really has. It really has. I was someone that I wasn't always religious. I was always spiritual. And then I went through kind of like the phase of being overly Christian because that's what was normal in society. And I had broke free from that. And I always felt out of place, but I always felt so connected at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense, but my perception on spirituality and religion is outside of the box. It's not a game. So Micaiah says, I understand when You used to say spirituality is not a game. We are in 5D. There is madness going on. Mostly if we are not in strong principles. The more we're going high is the more root we should be. Yes, absolutely. You have to stay grounded. And I said the tree hugger earlier. And looking at this 8 of Cups and the 3 of Wands with the 5 of Wands too, it's like you're celebrating something in life and just, you know, overcoming. Like maybe you're around people that are trying to cover you up, right? But you continue to do what you do, people are going to see you for who you are, and there will be no need for you to change who you are. Karma sounds for me as action consequences in the inner relations of life. It could be relatively good or bad according to our perception. Yes, I agree. The thing I was very curious about is there any physical being on other planet? We learned that on Venus there's beings, but they are not physical. I believe that there are beings throughout the entire galaxy. There's even different realms. Based on my experiences that I had, I absolutely believe that there are different beings also here walking on this earth with us. I've encountered beings that are physically, they look like human beings, but I know that I'm not encountered with a human being. I know that I'm not talking to a human being. I've had aliens present themselves, a blue alien present themselves to me in a public setting and have a full conversation with me about my ancestral past. I've had a lot of different connections. Remember, I was 7 years old driving down the street, and this was back, you know, and it's still something like, oh, if you see aliens, you're a kook. No, it's, you know, proven now. Government has released confirmation that people have seen aliens. And I remember I was 7 years old in a car, and I was seeing spaceships. And I remember me telling my dad, I said 333. I remember me telling my dad, I said, hey dad, do you believe in aliens? And my dad looked at me and he said, yeah, I believe in aliens. They're real, man. It's just, what is your perception? That's why you have to be kind. The other day, I was leaving a place and I saw a homeless man, and I went food shopping. And I'm big on giving back to people, you know, if I'm called to. I drove away and I was told to turn around and give this man a bag of chips. Okay? Gave the man a bag of chips, drove literally past 3 lights, turned the car around back to where I was 10 minutes down, maybe 5-10 minutes down the street, right? Gave this man a bag of chips. And this man came and hugged me. And on the way there, God told me, you never know who the angels in disguise are. Go give that man a bag of chips. When I tell you I busted the only Yui to go back to give this man a bag of chips. And let me be honest with you, they were like the little crunchy like plantain chips. I was so excited about eating them. And it was like the fleshly version of me was like, man, I don't want to give up my chips, man. I like these chips. Like, really? You want me to give up my chips? All right, fine. So when I go and I give the man a bag of chips, he looks at me. And it wasn't like this lustful look or anything like that. It was like this look. He had the sparkle in his eye. And he smiled at me. And I remember, like, I couldn't help but smile back. And now, mind you, this is someone that's a homeless man, like on the side of the street. He's not clean, right? Man came and hugged me. And you know, I just felt a wash over me. Just felt washed over me. Angels, deities, aliens, ancestors, saints, whatever we want to call them, they're among us. They're among us. Yes, Yvette, hug a tree or walk in the grass barefooted to get grounded. All the time, you have to. Even just touching a tree, touching a rock. It's easier for them to become pastor because they had disciplines and lived things deeply in spirit. Yeah. You know, it's one of those things. It's a lot. Today I seen a double comet in the sky too, by the way. That was really cool. I took a picture of it. I think it's a comet. I probably post it and say, oh, look at this comet. And some like super astronaut person is going to come on and be like, what the heck are you talking about? That's not a comet. That's an airplane. But listen, to me, it looked like a double comet. So, bye. Anyway, I know I went off on a tangent, but for whoever needed to hear that, it was there for you. It was there for you, my loves. Okay. I'm not going to do... Let's do a quick all signs. Let's do quick all signs, and then we'll get into the free Q&A. The Fool is here. I just dropped a bunch of cards. The Fool is here with the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. So you can be someone right now that is needing to make a decision about money, and you're being urged to look at things from all different perspectives. The Eight of Swords is coming out here too. You might end up in a situation where you might have to go look for another job. You might not be happy where you're at, or you could be currently in a position that you just don't feel as if it's aligning with what it is that you want. But this opportunity, one of these opportunities is going to provide you with a lot of stability moving forward. Normally, a Christian is supposed to be wise, to light people in the world and be master clearly your own doctrine around other doctrines of Christians. I mean, it depends. You know, there's so many different variations in Christianity. We're all supposed to be beacons of light. But that's the thing. The Bible talks about not practicing divination, but that's what a pastor does. Or a priest if we're talking about Catholicism. Crumble the cookie the way you want to eat it. Crumble the cookie the way you want to eat it. Break through the matrix. You know? And I say that, you know, there's nothing wrong with being a religious person. I could sit there all day and talk religion with people. Because I will be the first one to be like, hallelujah, you know. I will be the first one to sing out and praise in Arabic, English, Spanish, French, and everything in between if you teach me. Yes. Okay. Do you guys want to do oracle cards for the all signs or tarot? Oracle signs for oracle for the all signs or tarot? What do you guys prefer? And by the way, guys, just so you know, sage has so many different purposes. It's not only used to clear out energy. It can also be used to connect with your ancestors and different deities and beings. But it is an excellent tool to clear your space. There's a lot more people than we would like to acknowledge, and a lot of people don't admit that they're seeing things in the spirit. A lot of people are going to start awakening. A lot more people. I think a lot of people have started. I remember I would have conversations with people about what I just told you today, 10, 15 years ago, even 5 years ago, right before COVID, and people would get scared. People would get freaking scared, man. Especially when you're giving... especially when you're given a revelation about someone getting cheated on. They don't want to be your friend after that. You know? What are we working on today? Let's go with past life. All right. I'm being told to not call people out for the things that they do to you. You could be dealing... You could be someone that's very into Asian culture. It's because you've had a connection to that in the past. But you could be someone that was formerly persecuted in your life. And because of this, you moved on to different things. And that is something that could be closely related to what it is that you're going through right now. But by you leaving in the past is how you got to where it is that you are today. Spirituality and religion, love, life, and forgiveness. So you connecting closer to spirit is what guides you towards meeting your person. I feel like the same, and I know this isn't deja vu. I recorded a video where these same cards came out. Spirituality, love, life, forgiveness, mother, food, and hunger, Asia, persecution. I feel like the same. Health, spouse, trees. We were talking about trees earlier. Or slavery. So we were talking about like past lives and karma. What is the karma? Why is the collective going through the karma that they've gone through now? Is there a past life connection? High priest or high priestess. You could have been someone that used your abilities to harm people or to manipulate. Or you're someone who was very tapped in and had to leave because people were persecuting you for that. And instead of you calling people out, then you just chose to walk away, and you're being urged to do that now in this present life again, is to not call people out. This could be two people, a couple, or this could be someone that doesn't want you to speak up about something in regards to their health or your health. Or this person could be locked up, or this could be someone that was locked up in their past. You could also have connections to Atlantis, Egypt, and you could be someone that if you travel to certain places, you could be very antsy. You are someone that's lived... I mentioned old soul earlier too. This is someone specific that's a very old soul. You're very interconnected. You could be someone that really is, kind of has like a historian vibe about themselves. You are an intellect. I'm getting that intellect energy again. Of someone that's just very interconnected with their past. Or you could just be like really interested in like different societies. I'm getting secret societies too. This could be, okay, someone that you could have dealt with in the past, or someone that you know possibly could have been locked up in the past. The reason why you dealt with this person and the karmic that you went through with this person was because you both had an agreement to connect in this lifetime to try to both right your wrongs. But this person was very deceptive on what it was that they did. Okay, this person may have made you physically ill from all the stress that they had caused in your life. You could be someone that, in comparison to this person, you were just very elevated in spiritual rank. Not everybody has the same soul ranking. Okay? Sometimes you are paired with people to help them along their journey. It's your energy that heals people. And if the student doesn't want to learn the lesson, well, if the student doesn't want to learn the lesson that the teacher is trying to present to them, who's at fault? All right, I said I was going to do the collective, so I am going to do the collective real quick. But I am being called to pick out another deck real quick, so I'm going to do that. Thanks for rocking with me, guys. Make sure you give me some hearts. Give me some love. If you want, I'll still give you love. The topic of spirituality is really gaining prominence compared to before on Instagram. Yeah, it sure is. You know, I really think that it's a beautiful thing that everyone is being open to it. I just hope that I keep praying for the spirit of discernment over the collective too, because a lot of the energy that's out here, it's the false narrative. Spirituality isn't a popularity contest. And so a lot of the things that you'll see on there are just for, you know, popularity. You know, how much attention can you get? Not to say that everyone that's on there is doing that, but use your spirit of discernment. Over time, the collective consciousness will turn more towards awakening. Absolutely. Because that's the goal for us, is to turn towards the higher level of consciousness. If you've been having a lot of bad dreams lately, it's because you need to view things from a different perspective. You're focusing too much on what it is that people expect from you instead of just being yourself. Be careful with people gossiping and telling you things, or you overhearing conversations that have nothing to do with you. You could be having dreams about this right now, or there could be a lot of shouting in your dreams. It could represent people trying to misrepresent you, or the truth coming to light, or people starting to see things exactly for how they are. This could be in regard to a relationship. This could be even in the workplace as well. But you have been having dreams about this. Yep. People don't know what it is to walk in your shoes. But just know that you're spiritually gifted, and that you're going to be protected, and that your angels are carrying you through the dreams that you're having, so that you can learn to overcome the things that are affecting you in your physical state. Yeah, so dogs could be here, or you could be dreaming with cats. There's something here about, I'm getting... I heard Greek and then Egyptian, so you could have some connection to that, or you could be someone that's Romanian or have connections to that, or super weird. You could be someone that's really into dinosaurs. You have a brand new beginning coming for you. You're going to come into a stability that's going to help you to overcome whatever struggles. The money that you've been spending has had to be spent, but whatever was taken from you will be recuperated, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, and then you have buying and a wedding. So this could be someone where you've dated that is of mixed descent, or you could be of mixed descent, or you could be dealing with someone where they're biracial. But I get that you're getting a lot of dreams about illusions that are throwing you off, but it's not an illusion. Like what you're seeing in the flesh in real life, like when you're awake, is what's really happening. You're just getting that confirmation in the in the spirit realm. I'm getting that you're astral traveling. It's not even dreams that you're having. They're feeling very lucid for you. Whoever that resonates with. And then writing, we have writing here. I'm getting heavy chariot energy here, so you could be dealing with a Cancer, or you could be a Cancer. And I'm also seeing just a page flipping, kind of like the next scene is what I just saw, where it's like a new swipe for my oldies in the house. Do you remember back in the day where the camera would just swipe, and it would be like the little camera, it was like the little film thing, and it would just, oh my gosh, what is that thing called? They even had them like on the Disney toys and stuff like that, where it's like the little Mickey Mouse film, and you could press the little button and it would flip to another image. It was like the TV of the non-TVs that you could take to go, but it wasn't digital at all. I gotta find what that thing is called. If anyone knows what it is that I'm talking about, drop it in the chat. But that's what I just saw, an image like that. And things just flipping to the whole polar opposite of where you are now, but like for the better. It's been a bumpy road is what I'm saying, but there's something significant too about stretch marks. Maybe this could be in regards to a weight loss journey for somebody. So leading up to this new moon, there could be something in regard to some type of travel, or you're being urged to let things go, and music, something with music, something specific with song. And I'm getting like a triceratops. Like before I saw a T-Rex, and now I'm seeing a triceratops. Listen, somebody loves their dinosaurs. I do too. But I don't want to see one in person. Because your girl will itch her pants. If I were to freaking see a dinosaur, nah. I'm not built for that life. I am not built for that life. God, you know me. No, not I. Because I don't care who's with me. I'm running. And if you can't keep up, I'm going to pray for you. But that's on you. You know, freaking Megalodon, T-Rex going to eat me. And a rhino? Yeah, no. If you ever seen a goat in real life, if you ever see a vicious goat, if goats can be as vicious as they are, that cute and vicious, I'm not trying to see what a rhino does. Never seen a rhino in real life, but I can imagine it's just like an aggressive, like the pit bull of, I don't know, that species. Whatever. All right. I'm going to do a quick rundown of all signs, and then we'll get into the Q&A. Sorry, I'm looking for a specific deck. Give me 1 second. Here it is. Yeah, it was Anna Dragon, yeah. You did, Micaiah? That's crazy. I didn't even notice. Yeah, and I just grabbed the deck, and the Three of Swords with the Eight of Cups is coming out here too. Three of Swords with the Eight of Cups. So this is letting things go that no longer serve you and moving on to a different journey. Yeah, things are becoming more hard because of money and social issues. This economy, man, it's hitting a lot of people everywhere. Hey, I speak my truth. What's up, mama? I'm going to do a rundown of all the signs, and then I'm going to jump into a quick Q&A for each person that's in here still. I've been on here for a minute. Andre 3000. I love the way you move. Bum, bum, bum. Something about a single woman. And just being very graceful. And then I heard that song. I love the way. I love the way. And then I heard the vulgar part, which I'm not going to say because I don't know all the lyrics. So knowing me, I got it wrong. Yo. Someone here could be having some problems at work. Ooh. Be careful with being a side piece at work. Because somebody here is someone's work husband or someone's work wife. Be careful with that. Because I feel like things could turn like very quickly. And I feel like whoever the side piece is, like you're okay with being a side piece, but that other person is would be perfectly fine actually leaving their person and making you their person. That's crazy. And it could go down real quick and get real violent. Or that person has a side of them that's just very dark. They can go from being sweet to just, yeah. Once you get to know them, they're not the same person. Okay. Aries. Aries, you have the Ace of Cups, the Tower, and the Magician along with the Strength. The Strength came up in the upright, but then it came up in the reverse. So there could be something about someone missing out on an opportunity with you and is really upset that things have ended and is trying to manifest you back into their life. Overall, I feel as if you're not going to give in to this person because you're in this Queen of Swords energy. You enjoy being by yourself. You enjoy being by yourself and you have no problem being by yourself because you know in about any moment, at any moment, your person's going to come through and you're moving in your energy of just being 10 toes down for you. Four of Wands with the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. You're not listening to anything that this person says. You don't believe them at all. So even if your past person does come back, you're just not going to be entertaining the BS. Okay. All right, we're going to go backwards. Pisces. Pisces, you could be in this Eight of Swords type of energy right now where you're kind of feeling like helpless. I'm getting this betrayal kind of energy around you. But for you two, I'm getting that you are very honorable. There's something about you being very honorable, Pisces. With the Four of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups here. This could be something in regard to a new beginning for you where you just have a lot of increase coming in for whatever you have been financially involving yourself with. The Knight of Cups coming out here as well. Whatever you've been working on, it's time for you to fine tune to balance things out. Take your time towards that. And I'm feeling like by you doing that, things are really going to fall into place. I just seen a bunch of I just seen a chessboard, so it could be that it's time for you to look at your moves, plan ahead, and be ready for anything that might come your way. With the World here, with the Two of Swords, you've definitely trying to figure something out in between everything that's going on. You could be considering working with someone for your past or revisiting a past situation for this person. By you doing this, it would be a major decision for you. How does this work out for Pisces? Pisces, you could actually see yourself building with this person and growing with them. You could be dealing with a fire sign or you could be dealing with a Virgo. But there would be a lot of success in this relationship. But I'm hearing that this person might not believe that you're actually coming to them with sincerity because they got to see a version of you that was very different from who you were in the beginning of it. And with the Six of Swords coming out here, is this person has already moved on and is going to look at you like, why now? Aquarius. Aquarius, there's something in regard to your well-being, just you getting your stuff together. The Four of Wands is coming out here. So I feel like overall money is going to be increasing for you right now. Be careful with people trying to steer you off track or take your attention. You might be having some gold diggers around you or just people that are trying to sieve your energy. It's because you're on the up and up. Aquarius, you're a sign that always has your finances together or is just really able to bounce back very quickly. You don't stay broke or down on your D for long, or your vajay if you're a female, but you know what I mean. Six of Wands here. With the Six of Wands here and the Knight of Swords. I'm sorry, guys. I heard it like that, so I said it like that. I wanted to say the Knight of Wands, but that's definitely the Knight of Swords. Jesus, have mercy on me. What is wrong with me? Why you gotta do me like that? I'm sorry. With the Knight of Swords here and the Six of Cups here, you could be... Oh my gosh. Give me a second, y'all. You could be dealing with someone, Aquarius, that is just very giggly. I'm getting this very giggly kind of energy. With the Knight of Swords and the Six of Cups here too, it's this, you just seeing things all of a sudden from a different perspective. You know, we're going, Jupiter has changed direction. So things are going to just really start to feel like they're picking up for you. So just continue to face forward and focus on the things that you're wanting, but just be careful that you're not wasting your time on things that don't really fulfill you. With the Six of Cups here, it really is being able to be happy and finding the things that bring you joy. I don't feel like it is the people from your past or these people that you're entertaining. I feel like as if it's more so indulging in different talents and things like that, being true to who you are, Aquarius. You also have the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I feel like the people that you're dealing with anyway aren't really fulfilling you in any way. Capricorn. Capricorn, you could be dealing with someone that feels like they lost an opportunity with you, or you could be feeling like you've missed out on something. With the Eight of Swords and the Six of Swords here, I feel like you are traveling towards bigger and better things. You're not going to be sitting here arguing with people or have a peeing contest with people to try to prove your worth in any way. You're just over that in this time of your life. You're not really looking for ways to better things with people that are from your past that you don't see being in your future. And with the Knight of Wands here, it is this energy of just really looking for ways to move forward out of the past and into your future. There could be something here about getting away and traveling. The Three of Wands here with the Justice here is you're walking into the truth of what is really surrounding you, and how you get there is by really standing down and what it is that you're wanting, but being ready for this Tower moment, because you are going to experience a Tower moment. But I feel like once you go through this Tower moment, your finances are going to increase. You have the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Swords here, so there could be that time of just feeling stuck. But look at that, Three of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles. You're going to be walking into abundance, Caps. Okay? We're going to switch it up again. Taurus. You could be dealing with someone that's just very spiteful and is a hater. Someone that's really feeling like you took someone's attention from them, or like you're the center of attention in your family. With the Knight of Wands and the Emperor here, it really is just this energy of needing to get away. But I feel like someone is really looking at you right now, Taurus, and wants to really make a move on you and offer you something different from what you're used to. There could be something with someone having children and you not having children, but this person is going to make you an offer to build with you. I feel like this is going to go very well with this person. This person, yeah, Ten of Cups, has been trying to manifest. You may have been going through this dark period in your life where you're trying to build and get over it, but this person is going to be approaching you. I'm getting within the next 3 weeks of the 3 months, you will be in a relationship with someone. There's something significant in regard to a Pisces and a Scorpio, being the dark side of you, possibly. You're someone that could possibly be going to a lot of visiting someone in a graveyard, or you could be going to a funeral soon. Sorry, that kind of took for the worst there, Taurus, but it came out. Gemini, be careful that you're not acting a fool. Gemini. Gemini, you're really doing very well for yourself being alone. I'm getting just this energy of you being amazing in every which way. Look at that. The stars coming out here with the Four of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Okay, Gemini. So, Gem, you are walking away from someone or something and you're moving on, but you're currently being urged to really step back and look at people from a different perspective because you have people around you right now that are trying to play on your heartstrings. You have the Queen of Pentacles with the Five of Pentacles, and then you have the Eight of Swords. So people are trying to throw you under the bus right now, Gem. Be careful with people who don't understand you, who want to act like they got your back, but you know that these people don't have your back. What you playing for? Don't let nobody run game on you. With the Nine of Cups and the Empress here, this could be in regard to a relationship that you were in, or some type of agreement that you're dealing with. It's like people are trying to gang up on you, but you're really not alone. Because I feel like whatever it is that's done to you, you come out on top because the sun is coming out here. But then I was seeing these little fairies coming down, right? Like almost to pull the sword out. Be careful with shady people trying to throw, you know, shade at you. All right? Ah, Cancer. Cancer, be careful that you're not taking things to heart and calling somebody out, because I get this energy of someone being very revengeful. Very revengeful and deceitful. You have the Death, the King of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. So you could be dealing with someone that is upset that you're doing good by yourself, or that feels like you're just making it very difficult for them. This person wants to see you in this agony is what I'm hearing. This person, all they want to do is come through and throw you off balance. But at the same time, you're really at peace right now. Yeah, you have the Ace of Swords. You put this person in their place, right? It took you a long time to get to where you're at right now, Cancer. But you were able to overcome this. And you have no problem telling people exactly how you feel. While you might be still stuck, you have the ability to manifest whatever it is that you need to in order for you to outrun and overcome the stagnancy in your life. Okay, you have the Two of Pentacles here, manifesting. Speak up, ask for the things that you want, claim your righteousness because you are deserving of it, Cancer. The Justice is coming out here too. Whatever spell work these people try to do to keep you bonded up, because I feel like this is spell work against you, Cancer, it's nothing that's going to stick. This that you've been going through is because you were in your head. Is not part of this spell work. Like the spell work that was done was meant to try to break you down further, but they couldn't do anything to you. Like your stagnancy, I'm getting, is from physical ailments, from you feeling stuck because of the betrayal that you went through with someone. Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You're going to come back with full vengeance. You have no problem leaving people behind and spitting in their face. All right, gonna switch it up again. Sagittarius. Sagittarians, you have the ability to succeed in everything that you want in life, but you need to be aware of the opportunities that you're being presented with and hold yourself up in higher value. Hold yourself up to the higher standards. You're able to overcome and dominate in whatever field you're in, but for some reason I feel like there might be a little bit of malice, or people try to take advantage of you. You take the kindness for the weakness. Don't be sleeping on Saggies now. The Hangman's coming out here. So it's, you might have to change your position in dealing with people and just really spending that time by yourself and really committing, though, towards what it is that you want. I feel like Sagittarius, the more you work on yourself, the more of a beast you're going to be, especially when it comes to your money. Ain't nobody going to be able to rock with you like that. And when I say rock with you like that, like really be by your side, like you already know who your day ones are. Sorry, Charlie. Because you're in this energy of like, oh, okay, you want to play? Let's go. Let's play. Let's go play fetch. I'm going to throw the bone, but it's not going to be to you because I know who's had my back. I know who I'm going to help. Nine of Swords, because when you were stressed out, nobody wanted to come through for you. Yep. This is a brand new transition. You could even be someone that's like literally like about to be super duper fine. Like, you've always been attractive, but now you're getting to the point where, like, you doing the inner work has now transformed you, and you're exuding this light about you that is so rare. People aren't just used to it. Like, they're gonna be looking at you like, damn, who's that? It's you. It's always been you. So you got to be careful, Saji, with the people and the company you keep. There's something about script. So you could be scripting, or you need to start scripting. You could be writing a book, or you could start writing down the things that you're wanting to manifest, or you're being urged to write down the things that you're wanting. There's something significant about pairs. So it's like things come in pairs. So two things happen, then one thing happens, and then another thing happens, and then a while later something happens. So it could be 2 months. I'm hearing 2 months, a year, and then boom, boom, boom. But everything comes in pairs. 2, 1, 1, 1. And I'm seeing it like that. 2, like 2, 1, 1, 1, and then 1, 1, 1. There could be something in regard to celestial mapping is what I just heard. Yeah, Sag, you have the Page of Wands here. There's something about you just having just this sudden bout of courage and seeing yourself the way that you've never seen yourself before, but this is good for you. This is good for you. And it's like the people that were hating on you, or that didn't think that you were ever going to rise up, like, they're going to see you and they're going to be like, damn. They're not going to be ready for it. They're going to be talking a lot. But I feel like they already talk about you, Sag. They ain't got nothing better to do. You could be having a lot of jaw pain because my jaw is starting to hurt. So by you taking care of the things that you need to at home and being yourself and securing yourself and what it is that you need to do and what's going to bring you that fulfillment, is going to start fixing all those physical ailments that you have. 10 of Wands. It's time for you to stop doing so much for everybody else and start doing more for you. All right, Scorpio. And the star was just there. Go ahead, Saggy. Scorpio. Scorpio. You're being urged right now to slow down because you're in the state of transition. You're about to start going through a massive change in your life. And your success is being delayed, but it's intentional. It's okay to have some competition, but I'm channeling a Scorpio right now that's having problems at work. You overcome your situation at work when you start seeking out the help. So it might be time for you to go ahead and take some classes, or just really build upon yourself, because you are in this energy of someone that's trustworthy, someone that's, you know, strong, somebody that's, you know, 10 toes down for what it is that you want. You could be building upon a dream of some sort, or you're wanting to really see yourself somewhere, but you're feeling really stuck right now. It's time for you to change your position, Scorpio, so that you can reach this new level. Yeah, like I said, everything's about to change for you, but this change doesn't happen until you go through this phase of learning. There's something here about you learning and looking for a mentor or a guide. And once you work with this mentor or this guide is when you're going to start seeing the change and success in your life. Until that happens and until you change your perspective, you will remain stagnant. The Chariot. Chariot with the Four of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So 4 of Wands here with the Queen of Cups. This is success. You will overcome and become successful, but in the meantime, it's just, you're going to have to start building from the ground up. The way you treat people now is the way that people are going to treat you later. Leo, I'm going to switch it up again. Leo, I'm getting this energy of you being very serious right now. very serious but patient. But you've been working very hard, Leo. But you're having to let something go about the way you are, or a version of yourself, Leo. There could be something in regard to Reiki for you, that you're needing Reiki. 10 of Cups, 8 of Cups, and the King of Cups with the 2 of Swords. So you're trying to make a decision right now as to whether you want to move forward with someone in a relationship and continue with someone. With the King of Swords here too. You are being very lighthearted and kind, but you might be a little bit illusioned. Or you could be dealing with someone that has a past. This person could be a cheater, or you could be a former cheater, or there could be infidelity in the current relationship that you're in. But I feel like either you're the cheater, or the person that you're dealing with is cheating on someone to be with you. 8 of Wands here with the 9 of Wands, the Hermit in the reverse, and the 4 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, you need to let things go that no longer serve you and move on to things that are better for you. Because you're dealing with people that are going to give you more work for your money, is what I'm hearing, and are going to cause you a lot of pain. And this is going to be something that can turn very ugly very quickly. Alternate to this is you are someone that's in a relationship, whether married or not. You're trying to decide whether or not this is going to continue, but ultimately is going to end, despite how you feel. And this could be a divorce, is what I'm picking up on as well from my other Leos in the room. I'm getting 2 messages for you, Leo. Oh, the Page of Wands here too. It's, if this is a divorce that you're going through, the person that was cheated on is going to get a lot of money, a lot more stability. But I get this energy of someone, a female, going ha 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 ha, and then I just heard the joke's on you. But I feel like the man is telling the female the joke's on you, because I heard ha 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 from a woman, and then I heard the joke's on you. And then I just saw a crescent moon. So this is definitely something that has evolved from one thing to the next and has gotten very nasty between several parties. Who do we have? Virgo. Virgo. Virgo, you need to learn to give some stuff up. Knight of Cups, 3 of Wands is coming out here too. But I'm getting this energy of you needing to give some things up and be more mature about how you handle things. Excuse me. Being more mature about how you handle things. What do we have here? The 8 of Cups with the Hanged Man. Okay. So you're dealing with needing to sacrifice your position or to change your perspective, because this is something that's causing you a lot of like lost sleep, a lot of loss in sleep, and it's not something that is like good either. This is something that you're like battling, or someone that's trying to play on your heartstrings, is what I get, because the Page of Swords here is just really someone that is just like, you're yourself and you're trying to overcome this, all right, and be the bigger person, but at the same time you can't help to feel like on guard. Yeah, 7 of Wands. Yeah, you're feeling like you're on guard for something, but it's like, you know what you need to do. You know you need to take the step forward to move away from this person or the situation. With the 8 of Pentacles here too in the reverse, it is something that you need to be careful with, because it's the illusion of perfection, but underneath it all is just shambles. Everything is in shambles underneath it all. And the Chariot is here. So I feel like things do move quickly, because this Chariot clarifying the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Is this the Knight of Swords? Yeah, the Knight of Swords in the reverse. It's like this person approaches you with, you'll know who this person is or what this energy is when they're going to be like, oh, just do it now. Just do this now. Oh, no, 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 it's okay. Just very pushy. Just very pushy. When it's pushy like that, question it. This could be someone trying to, you know, cuff you, marry you, build with you, or be in a relationship with you. I don't know. This energy is weird. This could be someone from your past or someone that's into you, where you could have multiple offers and they're trying to take you off the market because they feel like they really haven't treated you right. And if someone were to come through and start to date you, they would really value you for who you are. And that would cause them to lose their opportunity. Sucks for you, dude. All right. What we got next? Last but not least, Libra. Libra. Libra, you need to face things for what they are and use that inner strength that you have to overcome the struggle. I feel like you're dealing with people that really don't accept you for who you are. Like, you're making a lot of foolish decisions right now. The Three of Pentacles came out with the Two of Wands and the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So it could be that you're mourning something, or mourning a version of yourself, or you could be someone that is really just doing a lot of things that don't benefit you health-wise. And so be careful to not be indulging in liquor, drugs, overworking, things like that. Okay, with the Two of Wands coming up here too, these are things that make you frustrated. These aren't things that make you feel good in any capacity. And so you're currently being urged, if you let these things go, your life will obviously become better. But the way that you let things go is for you to really focus on your innate creative abilities. So you could be someone that enjoys drawing and you're being urged to draw, or drawing could be something very holistic or healing for you. Three of Wands with the Hanged Man here as well. With the Three of Wands, you're realizing that there's so much more to yourself. This creative ability that you have could also be something that brings you out of the situation and could potentially bring you money. The Hangman coming up here, it's you really having to make a significant change in your life. Yep. Three of Wands here. I'm sorry, Three of Swords. Wow. Jesus. Okay. High Priest, Ten of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. And then we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. What's done is done. You've lost a lot. There's no point in crying over spilled milk. You do know that, right? You do know that, right? Like, you can't change anything from the past. And what happened, happened, and it needed to happen. So just let it go. Allow yourself those emotions and let it go. All right. I have 3 viewers in my room right now. The first 3 people to drop their question will get a read. I am doing a free Q&A. So if you have a question, you can drop it in the chat now. Hey Shakira, what's up, mama? Hey, no name. You did? Okay. You were letting me Thanks, mama. Thank you so much, my love. All right, guys, I do give the opportunity for, hey Ron, what's up? Yeah, girl, he was huge. That angel was huge. Did you send it through Cash App? Thank you so much, No Name. I appreciate you, babe. Thank you, No Name. What's your question, baby? So I'm gonna do No Name first, and then I'll get to the Q&A. Mini reads go before free Q&A. And then if you guys want a private reading, a live private reading. So in this format, in a private setting off of YouTube, you can find those details on my website. Don't get into your... I'm not, I promise. But if the revelation comes to me, you know I can't help it, right? Do you have a specific question, No Name? Or do you want me to just do a general, whatever comes out? Okay. Give me a second. Let me grab another deck. I'm hearing you're safe wherever you go, No Name. And that you should always trust that I'm with you, is what I just heard. There's something significant about someone always being with you. Something about maybe a grandma? This could have been someone that has always been very connected to you, and this person doesn't have to be deceased. But this person is very, is coming off as a very intellectual being. All right. That was a side note for you. I don't get that you are in the position to be traveling right now. Or like you're worried about traveling somewhere, but if you travel for your birthday, you are going to be surrounded around people that are going to uplift you. Is this if you stay? You have a Gemini, Taurus, a Cancer, and a Pisces coming out, and a Libra. You could have had someone that you've talked to about making some travels for your birthday who has already told you the pros and the cons of it. Or this could even be yourself. But if you stay, you're going to encounter stagnancy. You're meant to travel, but not specifically on the day that you're planning on traveling. If you stay, you're going to be in this stagnant energy. So it's like, because at first I was hearing you weren't meant to travel. And then afterward, I was seeing for you to travel, that if you traveled, it would be good. You would be surrounded by a lot of positive people wherever you're considering going. Because I'm getting that what you're surrounded in is kind of like, well, stay here, you know. It's like, if you stay here, we have a lot of good stuff that we could do, yada yada yada, right? But with the 9 of air, it's like, you stick around for what? It's like, by you staying around, like, I just heard you continue to trauma bond. Because it's like, you're surrounded by people wherever you're at now that kind of like boost you up, or like soup up the situation. Like, yeah, we're gonna go do this, we're gonna go do that, you know. But they're not consistent, or like they're shady. There's something shady and you just can't put your finger on it about them. Or it's like they never pull up like when you need them to pull up for you. Yeah, like they're always like, yeah, I'm gonna help you, yeah, I'm gonna be there. But so the 5 of earth was coming up earlier, and the justice came up earlier too, but separately. The 5 of air is the first card that came out for you, and then the justice was the last card, I believe, that came out when I was holding the cards in my hand. So it's like, I feel like you're worried about going on this trip, but it's like, really what happens is that by you going, like, everything that was said that was not going to work out for you, like, what you're missing now is what you're going to find wherever you're going. But there's something about you changing your travel dates. And I keep hearing by a day. There's the significance of the word day. I don't know if that means one day. Like, a lot of people just want too much from you, and they're just entitled or feel entitled. Like, by you getting away, I don't know if you're being offered an opportunity, but you might even meet someone like very, because this says opportunity, creativity, action. This person might be a creative, because I couldn't get the word out of me, and these other words I wasn't even paying attention to. This is the Ace of Fire, which means beginnings. The Ace of Fire is the Ace of Wands. It's a brand new beginning. And then the King of Earth represents stability. It's the King of Pentacles. This is something in regard to your stability. You're not even happy where you're at right now. So it's like, I don't even know why you're planning on building with people in places that don't bring you happy. Why are you planning with things with people that suck? A party? But if you stay and go to this party or this get together, whatever this is that turns into an argument, what's up with this King of Earth? You're not going to be expecting this. Wherever you go, you're approached with an opportunity. There's something new that happens. It's something out of the norm. And it's something to do with someone just in this energy of being able to lend an ear to you or be that helping hand. This person that encourages you. This could even be a complete stranger, that someone that speaks life into you, and that the way that they speak to you, it's so kind and it's so genuine that it reminds you of this feeling. This person is going to bring a familiar feeling, or it's going to be something about the place that you're at that brings you a familiar feeling. Yeah, and the renewals here. That's a brand new, like, blessing. This is the Sun card in this deck. This is, I'm hearing creative abundance. But you know, the Sun represents a union, marriage, commitment. Obviously, marriage, right? It's a commitment. But success. And with the Knight of Air, it's like you taking this journey is something very out of the norm for you. Everyone is expecting you to stay, but you're being called to go. But there's something within you that is making you feel like you shouldn't, but it's these people. Remember how I told you at the beginning that there was somebody with you protecting you? The Page of Fire is showing up here too. I feel like you're just gonna get up, like wait. Because I just saw a bed with white sheets, like a comforter. I don't know if you're gonna stay in a hotel or if you have that on your bed right now, but I just saw a woman getting up, and I don't know if you have light brown hair and you're light skinned, but there's something about a light skinned woman, right? Thick woman with like her hair pulled back and it's straight. Trying to find like a brown that I could show you. But it's a light brown haired woman that I just saw getting up out of the bed. But she's getting up like super quick. Getting up super quick. Girl, you need to go take this trip. Why this whole time I'm looking around for a picture of somebody and I'm looking at this like, oh, my Jesus picture. He has light brown hair in this picture, kind of like this complexion and this hair is what I'm thinking. I'm like, I don't know. Probably not, because her hair is a little bit like close to that complexion or to that color. And then I see the Knight of Water. You are going to be so excited about this. And this is going to actually align you with being able to receive love back into your life, because you have a block up. There's something about you putting a block. But it's because of the environment that you're in. The number 4 is really standing out to me. So you could be seeing a lot of 4s right now. Or as you lead up to the day that you're leaving, you're going to be seeing a lot of 4s. But I feel like this might be just a rejuvenation, because you're very overworked. You're tired, boo. I feel like you need to get away. The Queen of Air and the Hermit. Just as I was reading that message about your family, it's you've completely withdrawn yourself from people and you're doing a lot better by yourself. You're doing a lot better by yourself. You got to be careful that you're not overspending though. And look, I'm seeing the 44. I saw 4 before and now a 44. The biggest thing with you is you got to watch your pockets, because there's something about you needing to be taking a lot more trips, but also at the same time, look what I'm seeing here. Compromise and self-control. I just said watch your pockets and use your intuition. Because if you don't go, you're going to be in regret. You've held back yourself for too long. And these could be angels that are with you too, that I'm, seeing, or a past life version of yourself. But there definitely was a woman like literally springing up out of bed, but ella estaba calmada. She was calm. She was very calm and just at peace, like kind of just like throw the sheet off and like, I'm doing this. No F's given. Girl, I'm getting the only chills right now. And I just got super emotional. Dude, every hair on my body is standing up right now. You have an ancestor with you. Wow. You have a lot more people that care about you in the spirit realm. There's something about a grandma or a grandma-like energy. That's someone that's associated with you. When I get those spurts of energy like that, those are spirits that I'm surrounded by. There's someone that's in deep regret with how they've treated you. All right, let me see the love letter you sent to me. I'm just playing with you. I picked up on an ancestor that was very caring towards you, right? And then every single hair on my body started to stand up, right? And then I was talking about your grandma, and I got super emotional. And I thought of a mom. So I don't know what your maternal relationship is. It might be your mom, but there's someone in regret as to how they've treated you, and they feel like they're indebted to protect you spiritually. All right, where's your other question? Thank you, my love. Let me see. Okay, see, and you put the concern is the economy and what is going on with, you know what? Yeah. Happy early birthday. May God bless you immensely, bring you lots of peace, love, joy, and light. So it's all in one besides my birthday, but then I thought about concerns because the situation currently facing, so I'm like, maybe stay in my stay. Okay, so you did talk with your mom. It's not an opportunity where you're at now. It's when you go wherever you're going, doors are going to start opening for you. It's like you're being tied down where you're at. Yeah, because you were surrounded by the 3 of Cups, which is not always a negative card. Like that worry card came out for you. But I feel like you're going to have a lot more support where you're going to be traveling to. But there's something about you not leaving on the day. I don't know if you just spring out of bed and decide to get up and leave and just say F it and just go. But you definitely need to make that journey away from wherever you're at now. What's the other question, babe? Definitely for sure. Definitely for sure. And you need to start staging more if you don't. You're on a dating app and you haven't gotten a yes except one, but I told you he was gay. I mean, listen, gay people need love too. Are you asking me? Are you asking me whether or not you should go out with the gay guy? That's on you, boo. Are you into him? Or are you going off of what I said? Or do you want me to clarify that that is the man that I said that was gay? Don't be mad at me. Just asking a question. Listen, I don't give a whatever anyone is into, but you know I gotta ask to be able to answer your questions. It's all love over here. Look, I even got Micaiah to throw a laughing smiley face. He's been in the cut all quiet for God knows how long. Okay. Okay. I love you, No Name. Don't be mad at me. You should know I'm silly by now. I wasn't trying to be. I know, I'm just messing with you. I know that's not what you're talking about. I know you're straight. I was just saying. You need to. Okay, I'm gonna be serious. Let me live. I'm just playing. All right. No Name knows I love her dearly. She's one of my day ones. Hey, Shatiria. What's up, mama? Okay, No Name. Let's see. What's up with these options? Why haven't they selected you on the dating site? Some of these people I'm getting that could be very combative, or that they wouldn't be who you expect them to be. So like two-faced people, or people that would be easily offended. With the Knight of Fire, the Queen of Air, and then the Page of Fire, they're people that are attracted to you, but maybe they feel as if you're out of their league, or that they don't know how to approach you. There's something here with just someone's confidence level not being where it needs to be at. And with the Seven of Earth here too, it's more so I'm getting like wanting to make a move but not knowing how. But I feel like this is you and this is them. Like there's people that are just being patient and thinking about like, do I want to move forward with this person? Because you're ready to get to know someone, and your dating life is going to change. I know we're not talking about the other thing, but it just came up in my energy too. Like I feel like things change for you once you leave. So like there is going to be someone that's approaching you that is an intellectual. There's something here about just intellectual people surrounding you. Right? But what I don't like is this High Priestess in the reverse. So it could be someone that's going to be, I mean, look at that. Queen of Fire, an intellectual. This person is going to be very sexual though. So I feel like this is something that this person uses to, they're good at what they do. I'll say that. But like this person has a lot on their plate, or you're dealing with options that have a lot on their plate. But I feel like specifically with this one person that is coming out, they're a very sexual being, and it makes you question their sincerity, which is why it's leading to the Seven of Earth and the Page of Fire in the reverse. I feel like they're options that are into you but are doing too much right now. Like their focus isn't on settling down. Their focus is more so like hitting it, quitting it, and then maybe re-hitting it, if you know what I mean. But I feel like even though you don't get approached for options until you leave, like these aren't the kind of options that you're looking for. But I feel like there's something here with just you needing to, I feel like you continue to build on yourself, and you need to continue to build on yourself. That's like where your focus is right now. Because there's something about the more you build on yourself and the more you save, the more you're going to see things from a different perspective. And that's what leads you to a new beginning, the Two of Water. Yep, because you have the moon here. So you are already looking at these people, or you start to look at people like, I don't know. Like, you look good, but something's off. And you're picking up about something being off with them. So you're trying to find like a compromise, like on what it is that you're willing to put up with and not. But these options just bring you to like regret. Like, you're just kind of like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing here? Like, I want someone that's gonna feed into me, someone that's gonna help me build, someone that's gonna, you know, uplift me, someone that's gonna love on me. And this person isn't uplifting, this person isn't loving on me. But this new person, and look, Knight of Water is coming out again. Like, I really feel like when you move, you're gonna make friends. You're gonna be able to manage your money better. Like, I feel like you're stable, but there's something about you overspending, and you need to chill. But I don't feel like it's something that's like completely detrimental. I feel like it's you are needing to organize your life to be in wife status, if that makes sense. Because when you go to this place, wherever you're going, you end up meeting someone. You end up making friends. You end up meeting someone, and your life completely shifts. And I feel like it happens kind of like a divine timing. The Three of Earth here is in the reverse with the Knight of Air and the Three of Fire. So it's like you are investing your time in things now that don't make sense, and they're not bringing you any success. But as soon as you stop investing your time in the things that don't matter is when you build yourself up towards something else. But these people aren't approaching you because they're just not on your level, or all they want is sex. That's all they're wanting, these options that you have online now. But eventually I do see someone coming towards you, but I just don't see it being in the near future. I see you more so building on yourself and then eventually going towards that. I'm hearing the number 6. So 6 weeks, 6 months. Yeah, Three of Fires, brand new beginnings, building upon things. And here it says goals, expansions, and visions. You're so distracted by what it is you got going on for yourself that I feel like you're not even going to realize when this person comes in. The Knight of Air again. You're tired wherever you're at. It's time for you to take a vacay. Yeah, I don't feel like I feel like you're going to have options, but no one that you're going to want to take serious. But it's like you're building yourself up, like, to be the best version of yourself. It's like when you get all your stuff together is when you meet your person. You said, yeah, I'm reading them, girl. I know you are. I felt like I said move, but I was definitely talking about like you going to visit. That is what I meant to say, but maybe you end up moving there. Yeah, like 6 months or 6 weeks. There's something about the number 6. But I was also getting the number 4 for you. And I said earlier too that if you see 4-4, you might be seeing that around the time that you leave. Yeah. hope that gave you clarity, Mama. Hey, Shakira. Okay, so I Speak My Truth. I have Firebird and Makaya. All right, I Speak My Truth. Are you still here? Hey, Shatiria. How you been, baby? Firebird, I'm going to start with your question. Oh, okay, I Speak My Truth. You here? Okay, so I Speak My Truth. I have your question as... How will Pisces feel when he reads your closure email? Okay. I don't know why I just said sweet like that. No. Give me a second. There's this feeling of someone just feeling very lonely, and I heard betrayed. So the Five of Fire is peeking out with the Knight of Fire. I feel like this person might have been or was a little bit excited, or might be excited to see the letter that you wrote them, but they're not going to be happy, and it could stir up an argument at the same time too. Like, this isn't the easiest person to talk to. I feel like maybe there's competition around them. How does this Pisces feel about this letter? This person still feels like there's hope. Like, not all is lost. Like, I feel like whatever was said, whatever happened was a thing of the past. And that by this person reading this letter, like, they feel like there's hope for something maybe in the future. In the future, in another lifetime, maybe. It was, whatever you wrote was very well written. But they know that it would be hard to come back from whatever it was that you went through with them. Or like they feel like regardless of what was written, that maybe what you all went through was kind of like just a dream, just an illusion. It's interesting because this person gives like very, like, I don't want to use the word arrogant, but that's what I heard. Like, but this person's good at picking a fight or having a fight. Let me put it that way. Like, this person's really good at, this person is very gifted with their words and manipulating. But it's like this person will try to twist the truth is what I'm getting. And I feel like when they get the letter, they get excited, but then when they open it, I was getting like they weren't excited, but then they're coming across like delusional. Because in this person's mind, like, I feel like whatever you wrote was very, very tasteful in the way you expressed yourself. And I don't feel like it was you begging for them back in any way. I feel like you were just airing out your emotions, but this person kind of sees it as, so the perception I'm getting for you is like, you know what we had, we had. It was nice while it was lasted, but you know, I'm doing good, and I hope you're doing good too, and I'm going to continue to do better without you, right? You taught me X, Y, and Z, and it may not have been those exact words, but that's the energy of the letter that I'm getting. But also calling them out on the way that they've hurt you. But it's like you were very like on guard at the way that you wrote it too, like to protect your emotions. But this person doesn't see it like that. This person is someone that, this person likes to play chess. That's what it is. This person's meticulous in the way that they respond. He's arrogant. I'm reading your messages right now. He's a gaslighter. Yes. Yes, I didn't. Yes, I made sure it also hit. Yeah, like, but this person is like, they're weird, man. Like, I don't like using that word because I don't think nobody's weird, but the way that they're choosing to move is off. Like, and I feel like it's a tactic. Girl, you know you love me. That's what I just heard. Like that kind of ego. That's like whatever I did, like, you know, you'll get over one day. But I feel like you're doing really good on your own. For whatever that's worth, like you're at peace. Your energy is very peaceful right now. Try to stay in that energy, mama, because I feel like whatever you went through with this person has matured you in a way that you were, not that you weren't mature before, but whatever this person put you through helped you to mature to a higher, more grounded version of a woman, is what I'm getting. Like, you see how she's just flaunting her shit? Like, she's badass, man. This is the energy you're in right now. And that might be the weird thing that turns this man on. You know? So he is a la la land. Yeah, you're very calm right now, but it's you're transforming. I wanted to say like a butterfly cocoon type of, you know, situation. Like you're in your cocoon phase right now. Okay. I hope that gave you clarity, boo. Firebird, what's your are you still here, mama? What was Scorpio's real intentions in acknowledging? Oh, yeah. Okay, so on Firebird, I have your question. Makaya, I have you next after Firebird. What was Scorpio's real intention to acknowledge you and direct attention to you in front of the group today? Is that your question still, Firebird? Hug a tree. I'm telling you, it works. Hug a tree. Okay. All right, what was Scorpio's real intention to acknowledge you? And being attentive towards you. What do you mean by be attentive towards you? So like put, because the original one said direct attention to you today in the front of the group. Like he made people attract attention to you, or he was trying to attract attention to you? I just want to make sure that I'm understanding your question correctly, mommy. That's all. Oh, okay, okay. I got you. Gotcha. Was this person talking about how good you're doing? Or are you trying to use you as an example? Because I'm getting that you're very, there's something about you being successful, or just, obviously you're on guard, but that's the energy that I'm getting from you right now. Or like you're in a very competitive environment. All right. What was the Scorpio's real intention? And why was he trying to bring all this? This person knows you're sensitive, or sees you as someone that's sensitive and patient, or that you're going through things, but that you have a lot of good ideas. But I feel like there's some type of like injustice around you right now and this person. This could be someone in the workplace, someone that's a leader. This person wants to mentor you. What was the purpose of purpose of this Pisces? Like, does this person feel like you could open the doors towards additional success for him, or that by him being nice to you, like, or using you as an example, makes themselves look better? Like, you're both looking at each other from a different perspective. And with the Four of Air here in the reverse, it's you have the ability to get whatever you want in this situation. You're a force to be reckoned with right now. And I feel like you were made of an example to see how you would rise up. There's definitely here like this energy of someone being, because you got mentorship here. And then with the Three of Fire, ooh, don't leave me. I don't know why I said that. Don't leave me. It's like you leave someone behind. And with the Five of Earth here in the reverse too, it's like the Five of Earth represents like new jobs, new beginnings, new stability. So are you considering taking another job? Are you facing a promotion? Did you elevate from one career to the next? I feel like this person's mentioning you because they're trying to figure you out, but they're trying to challenge you. Like there's an essence here of someone trying to be like you or learn from you, mentor you, or you mentor them. Like, if whatever happened between you and this person in the past, this person's realizing that you're not the drama starter that they thought you were. Because I feel as if at one point in time, this person was intentionally making it difficult for you in whatever it is that you deal with them. I feel like this person does come off as someone that's super chill. They're about their money, though. End of the day, this person could care less about anything else as long as it's, you know, if it ain't money, then, you know, if it ain't about the money. For my T.I. fans. The Empress here is in the reverse. Like, this person is starting to realize, like, who has helped them get to where it is that they've gotten to. Because there is no I in team, is what I just heard. There is no I in team, and this person has helped others, but not the way you've helped them. Like, whether you know it or not, like, this person feels like you're very intuitive. And that is actually, like, the gift of what you have. And your intuition is what has protected you from all the drama. This person is the kind of person to get people fired or blame things on people. So you got to be careful with this person. Because this is the kind of person that lets everyone do the work and then just reaps the benefits. But the way that you handle things, it has to be with love. If you apply for, I'm reading your responses. If you apply for that promotion, you're going to get it, because the 5 of Earth here is in the reverse. And the 5 of Earth is the 5 of Pentacles. It's a new beginning, finances. It's not going to be easy, and a lot of people are going to throw roadblocks up for you, but you will get it. It definitely does. This is the kind of person that doesn't put in the work and then, you know, reaps the benefits from the team. And if the team messes up, or like if something really messes up, like, this person is quick to throw somebody under the bus to save their own ass. 8 of Fire at the bottom of the deck. I want to see at the end of the deck. So maybe it's like this behavior of his is coming to an end. I don't know why you're doubting yourself. But if you really wanted to apply for that role, you would get it, because the family and love and blessings is really sticking out to me. You're someone that inspires people around you. You inspire a lot of people around you. And by you realizing your worth and working towards what it is that you're wanting, it's going to allow you to fully walk in your own success. But it's going to manifest more doors to open for you, but also be an example to those around you. Because I kind of feel like there's a lot of people around you, I don't know if it's in your workplace or just around you in general, who feel stuck. Who feel stuck, like they can't progress financially. Yeah, you're very smart. You're a very smart person. And you're able to manifest anything. And whatever you do, whomever you work with, naturally, if they treat you right, they will be abundant as well. This person knows this. This person mentioned you to try to understand you, or to try to see how you would react in a room. This person is trying to decode you, is what I just heard. Makaya, what's your question, babe? I hope that gave you clarity, Firebird. That's messed up. I could foresee that the team was making wrong decisions leading to failure. Yeah. A lot of people look up to you in your workplace, though. Makaya, there could be something in particular with children with you. I don't know what children have to do with you, but there's something about a child. You're welcome, my love. I don't feel like this is your child. Makaya, but I feel like You're suspicious of somebody and the way that they treat a child. Or maybe you're meant to be someone's guardian. You're someone that's very committed, though. Why does your spirit team want you to stay? There's a lot more growth for you wherever you're at. You're just starting to manifest and understand your abilities. Ace of Fire. You have something new coming into your life. There's a little girl here. I don't know what's significant about a little girl for you, Micaiah, but there's something about a little girl. And I feel like you are going to be taking care of somebody at some point of your life. I don't know if you're planning on having kids, but I don't get that this is like your child. Maybe you have a relative with a child that you help. Whatever this is going to require for you to just hold on a little bit more, is what I'm hearing. The strength in this deck is like the Wheel of Fortune. In placement, it would be the Wheel of Fortune. But I'm looking at the strength kind of like overcoming. And there's a lot of like divine intervention. Why do you want Micaiah to stay here, wherever he is? Because being here will finally bring you balance. Wherever you're at, you've been in a lot of back and forth where you're overworked, where you're feeling overwhelmed. And here you have the ability to transcend. But things are moving slow, and I feel like that's the reason why you're overthinking things right now. You're very inspirational to people. You're going to be in this Emperor energy, but with the 8 of Air coming out here, it's like you're feeling overwhelmed, like things aren't moving quick enough. Yep. Like it's time to move on. I'm hearing that you need to stay. It's like you're hyper aware of the things that you feel would make you happy. But you're an inspiration to people around you, but you might be like really tired of the things that you've been dealing with. I feel like you've just been butting heads in a lot of situations where you kind of feel like stuck, but you're being urged to ground yourself more. There's a lot of fire energy here. So this has to do with a lot of your emotional growth and you finding your inner peace. I don't know if you work with kids or there's kids in your neighborhood or there's a family member with a kid. There's something about you being like a provider of some sort, but I don't feel like this is your kid, and I don't feel like it's like like, did you deal with somebody that is trying to put a kid on you and say that the kid is yours and is spiteful? Because I'm also picking up on that, like someone that's exaggerated or like just extra. But I don't feel like this kid is like, it's weird. Like you're, like I'm getting big brother kind of vibe. I don't know. It's like you're being prepared for something greater. Like right now, you just need to sit still. There's something about your gifts, your abilities, you being recognized, you being able to save where you're at. You're being urged to save. And by you staying where you're at, you have the ability to save. But you're a very likable person. People know that you're almost like an innovator to people. So maybe there's just like kids around you that see you as an inspiration, or maybe there could be an opportunity with work where you're a mentor of some sort. But I am picking up on the energy of just like a weird woman around you, just like trying to be like, throw your life off balance, or to just, maybe you're the one that's on edge when it comes to this person because you know that they're shady. But it's like I'm even getting like eyes squinted and turned up, if that makes sense. Like head tilted up and the eye squinted. And this is a woman that's in a lot of regret because things didn't go the way that they expected it to. And I feel like this person was just trying to mooch off of you in a way and thought that they could take advantage of you, but you were able to walk away from this person and do better by yourself. And this person has kind of just been miserable, crying a lot, trying to find someone better, but hasn't been able to find someone. But I'm not getting that you're supposed to be leaving this place now. Are you supposed to be leaving this place in the future? Let's see. Within the next year. Let's see. I'm hearing no. I feel like eventually you leave, but I'm hearing more 2 years. Like you're in the age of organization and you need to be careful with people being fake, and you need to be ready for the unexpected. I keep getting the 5 of air. And what I don't like about the 5 of air, it's like being in your ego. And I don't know if this is you walking around like your shit don't stink, or people trying to act like that's the kind of person you are and putting you in that energy. Like, you know what I mean? Like creating a false narrative about who you are. But you definitely have an ex. There's something with you working with children and being an inspiration in your community. And there's also people trying to throw salt on your name. But you're coming off like a provider to someone. And be careful with arguments with people. Or like you're very confused right now, but you're, yeah, with the 6 of Earth here too. It's part of the reason why you don't want to leave is because you feel like you're in debt. Or like you've made too much mistakes. Or like you've had too many traumas, which is why you want to leave. Listen to me, babe. You need to let go of the things that you can't change. You have a new opportunity in love coming. But you need to chill with your spending. Or doing too much, because you have a lot of people keeping their eyes on you. Okay. You're going to come into money. Oh my gosh, I don't want to say this. It's like someone you know leaves money behind to you, or I don't know if it's someone directly connected to you or someone that you know that leaves an inheritance, or you come into some kind of money, and I feel like that's tied into that little girl somehow. But there's just a lot of like this woman crying is literally stuck out to me when I was getting that message. And then you see how this chick is sitting on top of this here, and she's just filing her nails. It's like you need to start getting your affairs in order and be prepared for the unexpected. I don't know. The weirdest thing came to me. I don't know if it's someone in your neighborhood that has seen the way that you are and doesn't have nobody, but feels like they know you and somehow entrusts you with something. Like, I don't feel like you're going to be physically taking care of this child, but there's something with a connection with a child and like you being a mentor to this child. And then I'm hearing like this woman has spoken to this child about you. And I don't feel like this is the haterade X. I feel like it's you come into some type of money and you have it locked up, and this person comes in trying to, you know, wreak havoc in your life because you turned them down once before already. Within the next 2 years, there's going to be a lot of unexplainable life changes for you. And I feel like you're going to be coming into money in an unexpected form. And unfortunately, I'm getting it's going to be at someone's sadness. So like while it brings you, like it's a bittersweet moment, that's why you're not leaving. But when you do leave, you're going to start feeling free again. But you are being urged to take adventures, but to reflect on things. You belong more than what you think where you're at, though, too. Like, I don't feel like you're completely out in the cold where you're at. What I do think, though, is that you do things a little bit out of the norm. So it causes a lot of chatter about you. I don't know. You got a lot going on, boo. But you're not meant to leave right now. You want to be fully free. I see you eventually leaving, just not now. Because I had asked the next year and they said no. And then I heard 2. Yeah, be careful with the person like that's sending you messages from the fake account. It's an ex. And they come with drama. Because I was seeing romantic and then I seen dramatic. This person's upset that you don't want to build with them and that you've withdrawn and that you've built away from them. All right, my love. Anyways, that is my time for tonight. Peace, love, and light, y'all. I will be on at some point again maybe tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. I got some stuff I gotta do. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that notification bell, hit that like button, send your girl some hearts, some emojis. You know, they always make me feel happy. And I hope that everyone got the clarity that they needed. Wishing you all peace, love, and light. You're welcome, Makaya. I will talk to all you beautiful souls soon. Stay blessed and have a good night.